Hey Cancer, this is going to be your career reading for March 2020. This is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Cancer. If it does resonate with you, wonderful, but if it does not, please feel free to check out your moon and rising sign, and I'll leave a timestamp in the comment section below for when this reading begins. So let's jump into it, Cancer. Can I please get a clear and concise message for my Cancers? Please, a clear and concise message for my Cancers, please. For Cancer's greatest good. What is it that Cancer needs to know about their career and money in March? What is it that Cancer needs to know about their career and money in March? What message does Cancer need to hear in regards to their career and money in March? What is the message for Cancer's greatest good? What's going on for Cancer with their career and money in March? Clear and concise message, please, for my Cancers. Cancer, let's jump into this because it feels like you got some decisions to make in the month of March. You're showing up in your present energy. That's your card with the Chariot. I feel like you're worried about a move that you have to make, whether it's a move for work. With the Chariot card, you've got to do some traveling, some distance, may play a part in your career, or if it's not about physically moving, it's about moving ahead in your career, moving ahead, moving up in the hierarchy. You could be worried about that as far as obtaining a position that you may want to, or really, I feel like for a large amount of you Cancers, you're worried about moving on from either a current career, moving on from business, moving on from just your place of employment in general. You are preoccupied with the thoughts of this with the Nine of Swords energy. Oh, goodness. Cancer, you're so worried about something in March. It looks like you're worried about it and it's going to be affecting you throughout March. What is it you're worried about, Cancer? I feel like it does pertain to either moving forward, especially towards a business venture. I'm getting that. I feel like you got to make a major decision here in how you're going to divvy up your time, allocate your own resources, like your personal resources, like your time, your energy. I feel like you have some things you really want to pursue with the Chariot card, and you're worried about, how am I going to get all this done? How am I going to get to the place where I want to get to? Some of you really have something in mind that you really want to achieve. You got a goal you've already set, and I feel like you're letting it consume you. You're thinking too much. You're thinking too much and not acting. And it's telling us here with that card in the action that you need in the month of March, and it's the King of Rods. That is the king of action. That's the king of making a decision and moving forward, taking a step every single day, diligently plowing towards a goal. I feel like, I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like your thoughts are your biggest enemy in the month of March for you. They're going to be your biggest enemy. You've got swords all over here. I feel like for some of you have had some doubters in your life here. Some naysayers. I mean, hopefully that's not all of you, but I do feel that pretty strongly. And to be honest with you, they're not going to go away. The reason I say that is because you've got the King of Rods. The Tarot's asking for you to just take action. Move towards it. You know what you want to do with your own energy. You know you know what you want to do, but you're caught up in your thoughts. I feel like there's some self-defeating thoughts here. There's some fear of failure here, fear of judgment, fear of loss, investing into something or going after something and not achieving it. But so what? You just, success will come, right? Failure is just a part of life. But I feel like the tarot is telling you that really the only failure that you would have in this situation is letting your thoughts defeat you. I really feel like it's asking for you to really take action. Let's jump into, man, I just hope you're following this because you got so many messages here. Let's jump into what's going to be constant for you in the month of March, and that's the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, there may be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini that's in your life that always has something negative or nasty to say with the Knight of Swords energy. Just pops off at the mouth a lot. Always has an opinion, even if it's not negative per se. That's always sharing their opinion when it's not called for or it's unwarranted with the Knight of Swords energy. That's for some of you, not all, thank goodness, but for some of you that you're experiencing that. The other part for the rest of you, what you're going to be experiencing is the Knight of Swords can sometimes be, you may also be dealing with a know-it-all energy as well. I have to mention that as well. Someone who thinks they know better than you, but without the experience, right? With the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords doesn't have the experience yet, but he thinks he knows everything. He or she, depending on who that may be in your life. I really feel like there could definitely be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini that's prominent in your life that's caused issues for you in the past, and that could fall anywhere in their chart, but the energy of it is someone who they are a very poor communicator when it comes to motivating people towards action and toward their greatest good. I'll put it that way. I don't know who this could possibly be for you, but I just have to put it out there. I feel like for the other group of you, that the concept for you this month is racing thoughts, right? The Knight of Swords can sometimes be a very erratic energy that doesn't think things through completely before they act. Be careful of that because that energy is present for you in the month of March. There is energy here for you to allow your thoughts to overtake your actions with the King of Swords. Your thoughts can debilitate you this month if you allow them to, Cancer. They can debilitate you, but if you're cognizant of it, you can step into this King of Rods energy, which is all about action. It's not about thought, it's about action. And I feel like one other thing for Cancers, for the other group of Cancers, I do feel like communication may be a little tricky for you this month with the Knight of Swords. He communicates, but it's not the clearest, and it's not always it doesn't always lead to the best result when he communicates. Sometimes he can have the best of intentions, I'll put it that way. So keep that in mind. Watch your words. Watch your words this month. Especially when it comes to your career and business, you may say too much, divulging too much information. Be very, very careful of that in March. Now let's jump into what changes are needed for you. And we've got the Two of Rods. You've got to, for the love of God, the universe, spirit, whomever for you, you've got to make a decision this month, period. Do you see all this sword energy? And what's so interesting is the positions where it's saying the action that you need, the change that you need, it's all about wand energy, fire energy, action energy, passion energy. Two of Rods, you have to make a decision in the month of March. You're going to have to make this decision. If you want to move forward, move. If you want to actually move locations, it's time to put that into motion here you need motion. You've got to stay moving toward the goal in the month of March. But it's calling on you to make a decision with the Two of Rods. That's the change. You've been indecisive potentially in the past. It's calling on you to be decisive. Now, the past challenge here, you have the Queen of Swords. Again, I really feel like either this is a person who in your life may be maybe a colder energy, maybe one of those people who's been through a lot and they didn't achieve their goals. And so they kind of rain on other people's parade. Be careful of that energy if that's you. Hopefully it's, there's only a few of you. Be careful. I really feel like there's a person in your life. I just have to say it. I feel like there's a person in your life that's a little bit of a negative Nancy. A little bit of a killjoy here. A little bit of a person who just does not. Now, that's only for some of you. Let's talk about what this could be as well, because I feel like the Queen of Swords also, though all court cards have negative traits, her positive trait, and let's talk about both of these. The Knight of Swords it's a very fearless energy. I feel like you're going to need to embody that energy this month. If you do, you'll have fantastic results. I also say that with the Queen of Swords energy, the past energy that could be affecting you is that the Queen of Swords is a blunt communicator. She protects herself, and I feel like she stands up for herself. I feel like in the past, some of you, not all, have not stood up for yourself in situations in the workplace or when it comes to pursuing a dream here, and you haven't stood up for yourself in the past. You've allowed others to deter you from your path. It's bringing this up here in the month of March because it's reminding you that that was a mistake in the past and not to make it this month, right? Now, let's talk about your potential outcome for the month. And we've got the Seven of Swords. He's moving, right? He's moving despite all these swords, right? But keep in mind the Seven of Swords in this position for me, he's carrying 5 of these swords, right? But he had to leave 2 behind. He couldn't carry 2. There's some thoughts that you're going to have to leave behind. There are some thought patterns that some of you Cancers are going to have to leave behind. You're going to have to make the decision to do that. Do whatever it takes, affirmations, whatever it is. You are going to have to leave some thought processes behind and take only the thoughts that serve you. Also, for some of you, you're going to have to be quiet about some things, especially if there's a move and you feel like you want to move, you want to change, you want to move towards a goal, and you know that there's some people that may speak negatively about it. You're going to have to keep that to yourself with the Seven of Swords and just move on your own, right? I feel like the support will come for you, but it's going to be important that the Seven of Swords is a bit of a sneaky energy. I feel like that some of you in the month of March, you're going to be a little bit sneaky. You're going to be doing some things covertly. You're going to be planning behind the scenes. You're not going to be telling everybody what your plans are. But plan. The King of Rods is definitely a planner, but make a decision and start moving in that direction. And I feel like in March, you're going to start moving. You're going to make a decision. If you embody this energy, you're going to take action and you're going to start moving towards where you want to go. Despite what anyone says, you're going to move in a direction that's going to bring you closer to what it is that you want to pursue and what you want. Just be careful to leave some of those mental traps and do the work to leave those thought processes behind. So I hope that was helpful and provided a little bit of clarity for you, Cancer, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great month.